What's up, cock enthusiasts? It's Rectum coming back to you. In my last video, I brought you my perfect war on a 5v5 in our clan Hardcock Farm. And in this one, I wanted to show you our 5-war win streak in Hardcock Cafe right now, with the last one being a perfect 100% war. The two 50v50s right before that were almost perfect wars, but we missed a couple of stars here. It looks like 5 stars in the last war, 3 stars in the one before that, but still some super high percentages, some awesome attacks. So I wanted to get into this perfect war. Take a look at this enemy clan description. We search, we wait, we attack, you lose. These guys did like, what the, we attack, who attacks? Like what, 5 people attack? What's going on here? Excuse me. So they did like very few attacks. Anyway, let's see if I can get some good featured attacks in here. Starting off with Toxic Slayer. Toxic Slayer did his first attack, by the way, on number 2. Got a 1 star, 68%. Maybe even lucky that he got that. I don't know what he was thinking. He went in with this lava balloon, no friendly challenges. Maybe he just thought, I'm so confident with this base is just gonna just crumble under my badassery, but no, it did not work out. So he built up a real army, but it's basically the same thing. I'm gonna show you again. We still love our bowlers and our witches. If you don't know how to bow witch, you're missing out, man. If you look at this, bowlers, witches, this guy likes to bring a little extra stuff and some healers. That's all you need. Bowlers, witches, healers, and the wall wrecker. You don't need wall breakers, you don't need earthquake, you don't need a jump spell, you don't need, well, that's pretty much everything that's going to get you to the walls. Wall breakers, earthquake, jump spell. Now I've got a way that I like to hit this base. I always do want to put the Eagle Artillery between my wall wrecker and the town hall. I do want to make sure that my queen, something that shoots stuff, is going to get to that CC by the time it's triggered. Definitely a good thing he has 2 free spells, because right here, 1 free spell will overlap all 3 of these. The town hall is a defense, and both of these infernos are going to be frying some stuff, shooting off with the single inferno power. Anyway, so 1 free spell is going to easily freeze everything right there in that core. Now, he does things a little bit differently, and it still ends up working out well, but I don't really like what he did. He kind of takes out some of these buildings, takes out some of these buildings, doesn't heal a lot of his troops, so a ton of them die. Sends the wall wrecker somewhere up here, like at this wall. So it's breaking through, and it gets stuck on some other stuff, and then on this wall. So a lot of the troops end up moving ahead. King runs over here and hits the early ability. He dies early. It comes down to me, on a base of this strength, you don't want to hit it like that, because it comes down to the queen, a couple of healers, and the warden. But you see, it's still a 2.5 minute attack. It didn't come down to the last minute. So let's see what he did here and why it works so well. Again, nothing to get you through the walls except for the wall wrecker and some of your troops, and he has Valks in the CC instead of the P.E.K.K.A. and Giants like a lot of us like to use. There you go, queen coming in. Alright, I'm wrong on some of the buildings being in the way. So using a slight queen walk to take out some of the buildings and start working on that funnel, but he still wants to send the wall wrecker in a way where it's going to take out the Eagle Artillery on its way to the town hall. So there it goes, breaking through that wall, breaking through this wall, and it's going to get everything lined up to take out the Eagle Artillery. So if you take a look here, king is, where is this king? What am I missing? Oh, okay, so the king did already die. King went up at the top, early king ability, all the barbs are gone, and the king is unconscious. So 1 freeze freezes everything in the middle. Should have, in my opinion, waited until the CC was closer, but he did manage to freeze the CC with the second one. But as you see, there's nothing in the middle right now to kill those CC troops. So that dragon is just frying a ton of bowlers. The only thing he has right now that shoots air is that queen, and she's still busy just shooting other crap while the dragon is frying everybody. So still quite a few troops left, but as you see, they're going to start getting picked off. The healers are locked onto the Grand Warden and not really healing anything else. That rage spell, in my opinion, it should have been moved up here to get a few more of the troops, maybe get the heroes. but it still worked out well to take out a lot of buildings and start circling these bowlers around, basically keeping them alive right now, or keeping the witch alive right now, so she can keep making the skeletons, which will keep distracting stuff, and eventually I think the witch and the skeletons break through to take some of the buildings out over there. So you can't really ask for anything more. I mean, it'd be nice if there were more troops alive at the end. Heroes, if they could still be awake and you don't have to wait for the regeneration time at the end. But to 3-star, a decent level. I mean, this base was a pretty high level Town Hall 11 before he went Town Hall 12. And I think he was a 2 or a 3-star Town Hall 12. So it's not an easy base. It's one of these bases that a lot of people still find themselves failing on. But you see, Toxic Slayer here does not have a maxed king, does not have a maxed queen, and he did have a maxed warden for Town Hall 11. I think it's still the maxed warden for Town Hall 11. So overall, it was a great attack. Nothing to break through the walls except for that wall wrecker. You can't beat it. It is the shit. So the same thing here. Redneck's coming in with 6 healers, 4 witches, a bunch of bowlers. That's it. Nothing to break through the walls. No heal spell on this one. He's going all rage, 2 freeze, 1 poison. And again, not the highest level heroes. He has a decent level queen with a level 26 king and a level 16 grand warden. This is a nice Town Hall 11. This is not this isn't just some slacker. This is a base that will just mess up so many people, and especially the design. So if you want to see how to get through this base design, I have a certain way that I would like to hit it. Again, I would send my wall wrecker somehow in a way down here so that it would get to the Eagle Artillery and I could take an Inferno. That's not what he ends up doing, but as you see, it still works out nicely. So a nice big funnel being created on the big flat face. I've had bad luck in the past hitting on the big flat face of this base design. I found that I was better off on a smaller side, which again I would have hit like down in the bottom left. As you see, what does he? He froze nothing really except for an expo. The Eagle Artillery's down. Use the Grand Warden ability on that second shot. You don't want to waste it too early, and you don't want to use it until you absolutely have to. That second shot is normally the best time. It gives you a chance to protect your troops and for them to get healed under your healers. A big mistake a lot of people make is hitting that Grand Warden ability too early. You definitely want to hit it if you're coming into giant bombs near the beginning. Hit that Grand Warden ability. Sometimes you miss out. Like if you see those bombs and you react just a split second too late, that could be the end of your entire army. But in my opinion, the wall wrecker has changed this a lot. Your wall wrecker tends to get in and tank for those big bombs, which is what golems and giants were supposed to do, and they seem to have never done it. I don't know about you. When I would drop a rage spell, or if I dropped a rage spell, my bowlers all ran into the bomb, they were dead, and my golem just slowly moseyed up and hit where the bomb was and didn't even get touched. Now I'm out of bowlers, and I've got a golem with some heroes and whatever troops I had that created my funnel, and that could make for a bad day. Definitely make for a bad raid. So it looks to me like this raid's over. There's no way you're not going to be able to get that. Already used all your hero ability. It's locked onto the queen. But no, the P.E.K.K.A. in the CC, this is what makes the big difference. Right now you see the P.E.K.K.A. just got fried by the Inferno, but the remaining little bowlers, the king, and a couple of witches managed to take down that single Inferno right there at the end. You gotta be careful though. I've been in raids like that before, and it didn't work out that way. So as you see, as we go down the list, this was not the hardest war that we've ever had. These bases aren't too spectacular, really. Maybe if I come across a base that's worth showing how to hit. I've got a 9.5 hitting a 9.5 this is kind of a tough base. Maybe, let's see if there's something good going on here. So we got a hog raid on a base like this. For those of you who don't know how to do a hog raid, this is a great Town Hall 9 strategy, good through Town Hall 10. I had my hogs maxed at Town Hall 11. I've seen some awesome 3-star hog raids at Town Hall 11. And despite the fact that I can 3-star with my Town Hall 9s and 10s with hogs so well, and I shouldn't have any problem with my Town Hall 10, I still just can't do it. I haven't been able to do it. It's not working for me. And if you know by experience that a hog raid could easily be just like Lava Loon or Loonian Attacks, it could easily be an awesome 3-star raid with a ton of troops left over, or it could be the worst 1-star or fail that you've ever had. Like, everything died in some way that you did not expect. And that has been my experience at Town Hall 11 and Town Hall 12 trying to use hogs. Town Hall 9, Town Hall 10, even Town Hall 10s with Infernos, you should still consider either the bowler raid that I showed in my previous video. When you get your bowlers to level 2, I don't recommend doing it with level 1. And you don't want to do a hog raid on a Town Hall 10, at least a decent level Town Hall 10, maybe even a maxed Town Hall 9 until your hogs are at least level 5. But as you see, perfect heal timing. Doesn't even have to use that last heal. All of these troops that are left over at the end are there just for cleanup. And as you see, gonna start dropping some wizards here and there. Find some place to drop a goblin. It's always great to have a goblin. They're gonna eat through walls and eat through storages, and he saved 2 breakers. They'll eat through walls and storages like nothing else. So look out here, he sent a couple of goblins earlier, so I think he started with 3 goblins. So he has a way of doing hog raids that's different from how I do it, different from how a lot of other people do it. But as you see, on a base like this, it's a tough base. It's a tough base design. It's confusing for a lot of people. But that's a great example for you exactly how to 3-star a base like that using decent level hogs, but you can do this with level 5 hogs. Alright, good luck, guys. I don't think there's any other bases that I want to show, but I did want to show off a perfect 3-star war in this clan and the perfect 3-star war in our other clan. And again, we are affiliated now. We have another clan. It's XUX with a hyphen on both sides. We're the only one of its kind. If you search it, it should pop up. I was gonna write it in here. XUX. So feel free to join any of the 3 clans and give me a shout, and we'll figure out where's a good place for you in war. And good luck. Hope you enjoy the attack strategies that you see.